Hey everyone, welcome back to the Corvids Coffee podcast. My name's Liz, and today we're going to be talking about a movie we both love called Paranorman, and just some fun facts about the movie, what we can learn from it, and what we love about the movie. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm trying to think the first time I saw it. I think it was about, I want to say 5 years ago, probably something like that. Might have been a while. So I think it came out 2008, but I'm going to double check. It came out, oh no, sorry,
First
2012.
yeah, I first
Oh,
saw
it's
it
been a while.
last year,
Oh, nice.
either last year or 2 years ago. My husband and I, for Halloween or when October comes, we do, like, a movie countdown, so we have a skull-shaped jar, and we put different Halloween movies in it, and every night we pick a different movie, and Paranorman was one of the ones we added because 'cause I'd never seen it, and the first time I saw it, I was like, "How have I never seen this? This is delightful."
Like, how did I not know about
And
this?
now
It's like, just delightful.
now it's one of our favorites.
Aw, I'm glad. I was gonna say, if I ever find something paranormal related online, I will get you it for Christmas or early Halloween gift.
Aw,
But I feel like a
shucks.
lot of people make stuff for it. Actually, I was almost gonna get you stuff from, Death like, a Death Becomes Her related gift from Etsy, because I was trying to see if they
Nice,
had the potion from it
nice,
as, like, a keychain, so you could always keep it with you.
nice.
But yes, that movie it's so good, and also you don't really see a lot of, like, stop motion animated films anymore. I think it's also because it's very time consuming, like Wallace and Gromit, and it's, like, just hours upon hours of creating, like, just making the small movements too, I think is very time consuming, but it's so amazing, and it's also really sweet. Like, I love Paranorman. Also relating being the weird kid.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
It's in a good way. I think it worked out. But yes, it definitely stands out with a spooky but, warm tone, and I like the humor in it as well, and it's such a good movie. I also just I love the animation style. I hope there are more movies like that later. I know it's kinda costly, but I think it'd be really good. And actually, there's some fun facts we have. So there's actually one that comes
Your
up,
fun
and it's from,
facts.
yeah, it's from the website She Scribes, and it's paranormal, freaky, fun facts, and more. So we can read some from there. Actually, let me see if I can share that one with you, so you can also read some. I'm just gonna email it to you. Stand by. It is right here. Don't worry, I can always edit that out too. That's fine. Sure. I just sent it. But yeah, I started off with the first one. When So part of their, like, the behind the scenes for Paranorman, it's the first stop motion movie to utilize a 3D color printer, which created replacement faces for its puppets. So over 31,000 individual face parts were printed out for the production. It's a lot of faces.
The fact that they were doing 3D printing in 2012.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, 3D color printer. I'm trying to think when the
Wow.
first, like, 3D printer came out, because I know it's like everybody uses one at my, like, a lot of people in my work, since I work in tech, like, have personal 3D printers, and we even have one at work.
You
I'm
can
trying
have
to
a
think when they
personal
came out
3D
though.
printer?
Yeah,
How
some
did
people
I
have some. I think you can get some under, like, 100,
miss
I
that?
think.
Wow, I missed that by a long shot.
I didn't even realize that. I was like, "Oh, I thought companies mainly just had it." But, yeah, I guess they had, I don't know, I guess they're showing, like, key developments, like, it started in the '80s. I'm trying to think, like, when it came out later, though. They have, like, a thing on it with, like, the history of 3D printing. But, yeah,
Oh.
I feel like it's come out more, like, in the past, like, 5 years maybe? But it's
Uh-huh.
been, like, more of the craze now.
Mhm.
But yes, if you want to read a fact, I don't know if you let the website.
There are 275 spikes in Norman's signature hairstyle. His hair was
Oh,
primarily made out of goat hair, held together with hot glue, hair gel, fabric, and super glue, as well as medical adhesive, Pros-Aid makeup adhesive, thread, and wire. Once built, it was hand finished with paint and a human hair dye. Wow, that's a
damn,
hairdo.
that's some complex hair.
I mean, hey, his hair does not move, so
I
they did a
mean,
good job.
true. I mean, there's even a sequence in the beginning where he was trying to part it, and then it just springs back up. Like, can't really do anything with it.
Yep.
Als Also, it's crazy that the fact on this one where it says the bathroom sequence when Norman is contacted by the ghost of Mr. Prendergast took 1 year to shoot. That's what I mean by time consuming.
Wow.
Had a lot of different, like, kind of things happening in that scene. There were a lot of moving parts, so it's definitely not the simple, "Oh, they're just walking to and from or talking to each other," like, that's definitely complex. There are a lot of, like, what would be kinda like special effects.
A dude's coming out of the toilet.
I mean, true. And he also has to look kinda like ghostly and see-through-ish. I don't know how they achieved that. I think there's definitely some more facts about it.
Magic.
Magic, yes.
Magic.
Magic.
For the outdoor sets, 300 feet of country road were created out of recycled plywood and coated with three kinds of paint. Additionally, 2,000 individual trees were made out of shredded cardboard to create the forest scene in the movie. Laid out end to end, those trees would stretch out to be about 2 miles long. That's a lot
Holy
of cardboard.
crap. That is a
Sad that
lot I
the
mean, you can use all
trees
recycled
made
crap.
out of cardboard. Never mind. Take that part out.
That's crazy, but I mean, also it kind of useful when you're like just upside you're just reusing cardboard because there's so much cardboard I feel like that we just get from packages and stuff. So I mean, it's kind of nice to put it to use for something creative.
Mhm.
Oh, this one's interesting. The bottom edge of Norman's t-shirt has 102 stitches, all handmade and measured in length and spacing with 48 stitches around his neckline.
Wow. And
Also, apparently the cost.
120 different what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say 120 different costumes were designed and made by hand for Paranorman. That's a lot of
Wow.
costumes.
I know, and look and think about all the small like the really small costumes, like all the stitching and stuff for it. Like that's insane. You gotta have some nimble hands for that, I think.
Yeah.
Also, the cast is pretty good. I think it has Anna Kendrick as Courtney. I'm trying to
Mhm.
think who else they had. I think Leslie Mann plays the mom. John Goodman
Mhm.
plays Mr. Price. So there is some notable names in it. Um, But yeah, I think it's definitely and also the style of it's kinda cool because I know with the other movies that Leica has made, like Coraline and Monster House, they all have their different kind of, signature claymation style. Like Coraline's is a little bit, different, and it's kinda fit to the film's spookiness, but this one's kinda more I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's almost kind of more realistic in the sense that, like, the people look like normal everyday people for the most part, minus the dead. And then there's definitely some interesting proportion sizes. Like, I think there's Neil, Norman's friend, his older brother, Mitch, looks like the fact that his lower half is shorter than his top half is kinda funny.
Doesn't skip arm day.
When you skip it, it really shows.
My hot take about Leica films is I am not crazy about Coraline, personally.
Tell us why.
I saw it for the first time last year, so it's probably just I never grew up with that movie, but I watched it last year and I couldn't stand it. I just not my cup of tea.
Mean, it definitely has a different take, and I mean, especially with Coraline kind of being like having like the attitude she does, like in the beginning, it's kind of like, she's just sort of like doesn't understand, but then her parents are also very distant. It's a little different for the dynamic, I would say. The art's amazing though. It is really
Yeah,
creepy, like the other mothers. The other mother in the button eyes will always give me nightmares.
not my cup of tea.
It's fine. I was gonna say, I remember seeing like the other movies that had like Monster House when that came out. That one scared the shit out of me.
Is
That one was
Monster
so
House like?
creepy. Monster House is definitely more on the terrifying side.
I like that one. Was it
That
from
one is
Leica?
really that one I think is also let me actually look that one up. Monster House. So that one was 2006. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, which is funny. And it was looking at the details. Let's see, is Monster House.
I like that
Oh,
McLovin
never mind.
is
It's
the
not a
bully.
Leica film. I got that wrong.
Um,
I
Dude,
guess the
Casey
studio.
Affleck plays Mitch.
I think so, right?
Yeah, Casey
The
Affleck
voice
is Mitch.
sounds
I never
familiar.
knew that. Wow. Huh.
Hey, there's another big name for the cast list then.
Yeah. And McLovin is the bully.
That I always find funny. I love it. But yeah, I guess so that one's
Jeff
different. I got that
Garlin.
wrong about Monster House, but that one I think is also actually that might be a different style of animation. I'm trying to think what style it was. Because that one is actually that one's motion captured in CGI, but it has like it's definitely got I really like the texture of it though. Kind of looks almost like claymation in CGI. So that one's definitely interesting. Um but yes, they do have some really cool stuff. But yeah, that's a pretty all-star cast, and especially with people treating like I love the beginning when Norman's kinda like he's walking to school and he's just kinda greeting you think he'd be greeting the neighborhood like at the regular people, but he's just kinda talking to everyone who's dead in the neighborhood, and there's, like, interesting characters. I think there's, like, Amelia Earhart hanging from a tree, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What's it like up there?" And I was like,
The
"That's where she
weather.
went."
How's the
That's the
weather up
weather up there.
there?
Yeah, she's like, "Ah, haven't heard of that before." But, like,
I
they're
know.
also
His
nice to
his
him,
living
then
neighbors did not deserve him, for sure.
no, they were just, like, weird kid, and I was just like, "Shut the fuck up, he's a good kid, didn't do anything wrong." But, yeah, he's just and he's
I
always
like
targeted, like Oh, sorry, go
I
ahead.
like Neil's ghost dog.
Oh my god, he's so cute, the little
He's like,
pug.
"Oh, am I kissing his face?" No, that's his
Like
butt.
and he's, like, cut in half. He's like, "He
Yeah.
died in a horrible accident. We buried him in the yard." I just and he's like, "How does he look?" Good."
Good.
Yeah, it's like, "Yeah, he's sort of an ass." Kinda reminds me of, like, Frankenweenie,
I
but
haven't seen that one
he's
yet.
so cute. I haven't seen that one yet either, but I have seen, like, the style where it looks just like the Corpse Bride, but also Tim Burton film, and
Well,
that one's
if I
amazing.
know the dog perishes, I can't make myself do it. I can't watch it. I just,
No, I don't blame you.
can't watch those movies.
I don't like dog deaths. Oh, you shouldn't watch, The Art of Racing in the Rain then, that one's a sad dog movie.
They made that one into a movie. I know it was a book.
Yeah, actually, it's funny, it's one of Tori's favorite books, and it's like I love the perspective, though, because it's all from, like, just the dog's perspective, Enzo,
Huh.
but it is really like, I cried, like, 3 times during that movie. And it does have a really, like, cathartic ending, but it's definitely sad because 'cause you're just like he has, like, all this internal monologue, but he can't really communicate it, especially for warnings, like, to his owners, which is, like, really sad. Because 'Cause you're like you wonder, like, how many especially dogs that, like, can sniff out, like, cancer and stuff and, like, sense that kinda stuff. It's really sad to think that, they're trying to warn you, but you can't understand.
Yeah.
So don't watch that one because that one's really sad, or if you do, watch something really nice afterwards. It makes me cry.
Okay, anyway,
But
back
it's a
back
good
to
movie.
back to
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Paranorman.
we're getting off topic. But, yeah, there's, like, a lot of ghosts in the town, especially Norman's grandmother, who I love her, like, she's like, "What's happening now?" in the movie, and, like, he's watching, like, a zombie movie, and
Mhm.
she's just like and she even her coming up with, like, the speech where he's asking her for her advice because he has to, keep the has to, like, deal with the witch's curse, and he's like, "It's really scary," and she's like, there's nothing wrong with being scared as long as you don't let it change you." And also her saying that she didn't leave for, like, to departure into, like, the next life because she ultimately her duty or what she promised is that she'd always be there for him, which I think is a really
Yeah,
wonderful message, especially for people going through loss. Because I mean, I've had my fair share of loss in family, but I always like to think there's a part of them that's always with you, especially if you
there
always
for sure
remember them in the
is.
nice ways.
Yeah,
And I think that's a big theme in the movie.
yeah,
Kinda like Coco and Book of Life, you always remember the people that pass on.
yeah.
Well, the good people. You don't have to remember the bad people. But yes, that one was really sweet. And, I think also with how his dad reacts, like, to him talking to ghosts, I think, like his mom says in the movie, he's not afraid of you, he's just, like, afraid for you, like, and people fear things they don't understand. There's definitely, I think, a lot of people that deal with the, relationships with death, like,
Uh-huh.
you could always fear it for the rest of your life kinda thing, like the inevitable. I think it's like I think I've come to terms with more, like, as I grow older that it's not as bad of a thing. It does happen, like, sometimes it'll happen just very randomly, and you ask yourself kinda like, "Why is this happening?" Like, especially with people you lose. But I think it's like sometimes there's just always, like, a time mark for all of us, but it's not about focusing on that part. It's living your life to the fullest while you have it. And, you should remember people fondly even if they pass on, even if it was, like, they were taken from you too soon. And I think that's also a big message of it. It's like that you shouldn't be afraid of death, especially for like, connection with the dead or connection with like the memory of the dead.
Mhm.
Yes. But definitely good at talking about grief. Even though it's a kids movie, it gets really like
It gets deep.
it gets deep and especially
So
with
deep.
like the whole thing with the witch who was just a misunderstood little girl and that she was targeted kind of like how Norman
Mhm.
was
Okay, they have to
was
be
really
related.
sad.
Like, they literally have to
They
be
look the
related.
same. They look the
I
same,
feel
which is
like
crazy.
they should have included that they were related because they look identical and they have the same power, and it's like, "Oh, okay, you're not gonna mention that that's a relative."
Yeah, you're like, "Are you sure that's not a relative?"
Mhm.
'Cause that one was really like, especially the whole special effects, which I'm trying to think how they did it, like, with all the light and stuff beaming from her,
Mhm.
and it's just like she wasn't like, she was just a little kid, and she was just judged because
Yeah.
she had the same like yeah, like you said, same gift as Norman, and I think it's also that fear of, like, the unknown or
People
misunderstanding,
yeah.
that kinda stuff.
Well, people are
So,
afraid of what they don't understand, and when a bunch of people who are afraid of what they don't understand get together, bad things happen. And
it's
I
mob
really
mentality.
like how the town that they're in is, it capitalizes on the history of,
The witches
the
what's it
scary
called? Witchy
witch and,
weenies,
it's like, it's
Witch's
basically
Kitchen.
Salem. It's basically
It
Salem.
it it
Like,
really
it's a site
is,
where horrific things happened. A horrific thing
and they bank
happened,
off of
and
it.
we're just like, Here's some merch.
It's like, "Money!
Get your t-shirts."
Merchandising."
Uh-huh.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Um, actually, I was looking up some facts about Agatha, the witch. Since her
Mhm.
last name is Prendergast, that would make her distant relatives to a relative to Norman. So that confirms
Well,
that she's
in
an
the book,
ancestor.
why don't they ever friggin' address that they're related? They're like the same person.
Oh, I feel like definitely some creative liberties.
Oversight on Leica's part.
I know, what the heck?
Mm.
But yeah, it was so sad, and also like the rage and the like
Mhm.
just the like how sad she was because of how it ended and like how she
Yeah.
was tortured and tormented like this. And Norman's kind of like, I understand what it's like to be treated differently,
Yeah,
but it's
'cause
like
nobody
people and also learning what, yeah,
yeah. Nobody else who would read her the story to make her go back to sleep, nobody bothered to take the time to, like, get to know her. Like, granted, she was scary and, like, but whatever, but, like, Norman's like, "Hey, I get you.
yeah.
Let's chat." Whereas everybody else was like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep."
And it's kinda like, "We don't wanna deal with this." And which I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people do that with, especially with things like relating to just, like, things they don't wanna talk about or fearing talking about, they definitely just kinda shove it down. I think that was,
Mhm.
like, definitely yeah, what they were portraying there. But yeah, it's crazy because it's just, like it's also nice because Norman like, having somebody who sees her as she is, like, just as she was a normal little girl, and Norman seeing her for who she is and not as a monster like everybody else did, I think makes a difference when you have one person that kinda um, that doesn't see you like everybody else does, and just, like,
Yeah.
and kinda gives you hope, and I think that's such a big thing, and I think that made it all I think that also teaches people, it's like, you should help those who are also overlooked, because you don't know what somebody's going through at the end of the day, and I
Yeah.
think definitely being nicer to people, like, I think it
Yeah.
makes so much of a difference, and you could literally improve someone's life by just, just even complimenting them or helping them or talking to them for a few minutes. You never know how big of an impact you have until it
Yeah.
really comes up later. You never know.
Well, like, the reveal that Agatha was a little girl was just that was so gut punching, so gut
The worst
wrenching.
part is that that's
'Cause
probably
it's like
happened in Salem witch trials with, like, kids
yeah,
getting executed because they were different.
I'm not sure about kids, but definitely young women
Yeah.
and young
It's
men.
just that was just messed up because if anyone differentiated from the norm,
Mhm.
they were automatically deemed as,
Evil.
non-trustworthy and just but it breaks the cycle of hate, and it definitely I think that proved to the town and to everyone else, it's just like, Norman's special having this gift and people should be more empathetic like him. And I think that's a really
Mhm.
big thing to have empathy and to be able to, open up to people. Cause sometimes it's like, and I've dealt with like angry people, especially with work and stuff. And sometimes it really is just somebody having a bad day. And, it's like you end up, it can sometimes end up talking them down from from having that. And then they're like, I'm sorry. Like they'll open up about it and they'll be like, this has just been upsetting me lately. And having someone to talk to, I think definitely helps, people become less jaded and kinda be more hopeful.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mob mentality, like, I think when the 7 dead people that were cursed by Agatha when they, like, came into town, like, the shock with "Oh my god, violence on TV," 'cause they're Puritans, "violence on TV," and, like, people getting drunk in a bar,
Yeah,
and the
the
witches' weenies and the
Puritans,
witches'
seeing
casino.
modern day.
They're like,
Loved it.
"God, this is horrific."
Mhm. They were like, "No,
The
send us
witches'
back to
casino.
death."
They're like, "Please, please send us back to the grave. I don't wanna be alive anymore. I don't wanna be
Yep.
undead anymore."
I've seen too
That
much.
one was hilarious, and then, like, the one ghost lady just screaming, and then everyone's like, "What are we gonna do?" Like, the townsfolk, and they're just like, "Let's kill the"
Yep.
It was just, like, brings out a shotgun.
Mhm.
That was definitely like, oh
They
my
were
god.
waiting.
That was crazy.
We're ready.
Yes.
Waiting for this their whole
Like,
lives.
they're like, "Freedom! Break out your guns." They're like, "America." Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I think it all worked out in the end, and also Norman's family being able to accept him more, and then
Mhm.
making unlikely friendships, like, especially him making friends with, like, the bully and having, like, Neil, like, having somebody which also is, like, an example of somebody kinda, like, reaching out, giving a chance, and I love
Mhm.
Neil, even though and he's just like, I love though he was like, "Don't make me throw my hummus at you, it's spicy."
It's spicy.
I love
Neil and his
he's
spicy
so good.
hummus.
Yes. Especially when he's just like, it's just like, "Yeah, it's a what is it? Survival." He said survival of the thickest, like, why bullies are bullies, and he's just like, "I'm sure we'd be bullies too if we were bigger or something, but it doesn't really matter what they say," which I really loved his
Mhm.
outlook on that because he's, like, happy no
Yeah.
matter what. He's a really good kid. and a good friend. But yes, I think it's such there's so much you can learn from Paranorman, and it's just such a wonderful movie, and I just love watching it. Actually, it's funny, they were playing it on this, I gotta bring you to the store sometime, it's in Hudson, it's called, I think it just took over where, a jewelry store used to be, but it's called JR Spooky, let me actually see, it's called JR Spooky Shack. Actually, I sent you a picture from it, it had an Elvira shirt,
Uh,
and it also has a little, like, house diorama that's on the table, and it has, like, horror movie actors and stuff, like, signatures on it, and I think it had who did it have on it? It had Freddy Krueger's, like, signature on it that stood out. You would love the store. They
and
also have a fake
I'd go to a
electric chair
spooky
for a
shack with you
decoration.
anytime.
Yay! We'll have to go soon. We'll go before Ren Fair. We're going to
Okay.
Ren Fair, by the way, to the viewers. If you ever go to Ren Fair. But yeah, that's gonna be so much fun too because I have my costume ready and I can't wait to show you. It'd be so much fun. But yeah, I was gonna say this movie overall is definitely a favorite. It's so good, and if you haven't checked it out, you should go and check it out. I think you can watch it on like Prime. Trying to think where else you can watch it. I know I bought it on Prime or on DVD because DVDs are fun to collect too. And I think I have that one on the same DVD as Coraline.
Mhm.
But yeah, we should review another Halloween movie sometime soon. But
We
overall,
should.
what would you rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? I give it a 10 out of 10 as well.
10
It's
out of
very good.
10.
Yes. But it's always important, always be kind to people. That's the main take. It's like you should be, it's always important to be kind and it gives people hope out there. It's also helps people that are going through a tough time. And also remembering, fondly the dead and the memories you have with them because even if they are gone, there's always going to be a part of them with you, which is, I guess, a spooky but warm fact you should have. But thank you, everyone. And thank you, Paige, for recording this episode with me. Never getting to talk to my friend with all your spooky decorations out, which I'll have to show a picture of your skeleton. Actually, you should tell the listeners what your name of your skeleton, the really big skeleton you have in your yard.
I have a 12-foot skeleton, the one from Home Depot. His name is Tom Bones, and he is amazing. He is my
You love
favorite
Tom
thing.
Bones.
I
He is
love Tom
awesome.
Bones.
He's
He
so also the
is
name's just perfect.
Tom Bones is everything.
Tom Bones is a state of mind.
He is transcendent.
He is transcendent. If we could, I would start a cult around Tom Bones.
Well, in my yard, he already looks like the cult leader.
Yeah, because he has the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. Hope you all are have a wonderful week and, watch Paranormal, watch some good spooky movies. They have a Halloween spooky movie countdown. Think you like it that because that sounds like an awesome idea. I need to do that.
Thank you. It's quite
Thank
fun.
you for the idea. But as always, stay tuned and be sure to follow us and listen for more.